Picture this: a lone warrior stands at the edge of a storm-tossed battlefield, his sword gleaming under the flashes of lightning. Behind him, an army trembles in fear, but he steps forward, unflinching, to face a monstrous beast that threatens to devour the world. This is no ordinary man. This is a hero, a figure whose name will echo through the ages, whose deeds will inspire generations long after his time. From the wind-swept plains of Mesopotamia to the misty forests of Scandinavia, every culture has its legends, its champions who rise above the ordinary to achieve the extraordinary. These are the heroes of myth, the ones who remind us of what it means to be brave, to be selfless, to be human. But what makes these stories so powerful? Why do we still tell them thousands of years later? Perhaps it's because these heroes are more than just characters in ancient tales. They are reflections of our deepest hopes, our greatest fears, and our unyielding desire to overcome the impossible. They teach us about courage, sacrifice, and the enduring power of the human spirit. In this video, we'll journey across time and cultures to explore 25 of the most legendary heroes ever imagined. From the mighty Gilgamesh, who sought immortality, to the cunning Odysseus, who outsmarted gods and monsters alike, each of these figures has a story that will leave you in awe. We'll uncover the universal themes that connect these tales and discover why they continue to resonate with us today. So, what is it about these heroes that makes them so timeless and inspiring? Stay with us, and by the end of this video, you'll not only have the answer, you'll also have a newfound appreciation for the myths that have shaped our world. Let's begin. Now, as the sands of time shift, we turn to the ancient city of Uruk, where the story of Gilgamesh begins. Gilgamesh, the semi-divine king, was no ordinary ruler. Blessed with immense strength and a lineage that connected him to the gods, he was both revered and feared by his people. Yet his early reign was marked by arrogance and tyranny. He ruled with an iron fist, demanding more from his subjects than they could bear. But destiny had other plans for Gilgamesh, and his journey would become one of the most profound tales ever told. At the heart of his story lies his quest for immortality. After the death of his closest friend, Enkidu, Gilgamesh is consumed by grief and a deep fear of his own mortality. Enkidu, once a wild man created by the gods to challenge Gilgamesh, had become his greatest companion. Their friendship transformed Gilgamesh, teaching him humility and compassion. But when Enkidu dies, Gilgamesh is thrust into a crisis. He cannot accept that even a hero like himself must face death. Determined to escape this fate, he embarks on a perilous journey to find the secret of eternal life. This quest takes him to the ends of the earth, where he encounters gods, monsters, and the wise Utnapishtim, the only man to have survived the Great Flood. Utnapishtim tells Gilgamesh that immortality is not meant for mortals, but he offers him a test: stay awake for 7 days and nights. Gilgamesh fails, realizing that even he cannot conquer the natural order of life and death. Yet this failure becomes his greatest lesson. He returns to Uruk a changed man, no longer a tyrant but a wise and just ruler who understands the value of his mortal life. The Epic of Gilgamesh is more than just a story of a hero's journey. It is a reflection on what it means to be human. It explores the universal themes of mortality, ambition, and the search for meaning. Written over 4,000 years ago, it is one of the oldest recorded stories in history, yet its message remains timeless. Gilgamesh's transformation reminds us that true greatness lies not in defying death, but in embracing the life we have and using it to leave a lasting legacy. As we leave the ancient world of Uruk behind, we carry with us the lessons of Gilgamesh, lessons of friendship, humility, and the courage to face our own mortality. And with that, we step into the next chapter of our journey, where another legendary hero awaits. Now, as the winds of myth carry us from the ancient city of Uruk to the shores of Troy, we encounter a hero whose name has echoed through the ages: Achilles. Known as the greatest warrior of the Trojan War, Achilles was a figure of unparalleled strength and skill, yet his story is one of both triumph and tragedy. Born to the sea goddess Thetis and the mortal king Peleus, Achilles was destined for greatness, but his fate was intertwined with a single vulnerability: his heel. Thetis, fearing her son's mortality, dipped him into the river Styx, granting him invulnerability everywhere the waters touched. But the heel by which she held him remained untouched, a small yet fatal flaw that would shape his destiny. This vulnerability, often referred to as the Achilles heel, has since become a symbol of even the mightiest having a weakness. Achilles' rage is another defining aspect of his story. When Agamemnon, the leader of the Greek forces, dishonors him by taking his prized war prize, Briseis, Achilles withdraws from battle. His anger is so consuming that it nearly costs the Greeks the war. This rage, while a source of his power, also reveals his tragic flaw: his pride. It is only after the death of his closest companion, Patroclus, that Achilles returns to the battlefield, driven by grief and a thirst for vengeance. The relationship between Achilles and Patroclus is one of the most poignant elements of his tale. Patroclus, more than a friend, was Achilles' confidant and moral compass. His death at the hands of Hector, the Trojan prince, shatters Achilles, igniting a fury that leads to one of the most dramatic confrontations in mythology. Achilles' duel with Hector is not just a clash of warriors but a moment of profound humanity, as Achilles grapples with loss, honor, and the inevitability of his own fate. Achilles' story reflects the Greek ideals of heroism and the inescapable nature of fate. Despite his divine lineage and near invincibility, he cannot escape his destiny. His death, caused by an arrow to his vulnerable heel, underscores the tragic irony of his life. Yet, even in death, Achilles achieves a form of immortality through the legacy of his deeds and the timeless lessons his story imparts. As we leave the battlefield of Troy behind, we carry with us the image of Achilles, a hero whose strength and flaws remind us of the complexities of human nature. His tale is not just one of valor but also of the price of pride and the inevitability of fate. And with that, we turn our gaze to the next hero whose story of strength and redemption awaits. Now, as the tales of ancient heroes continue to unfold, we find ourselves stepping into the world of Hercules, a figure whose name has become synonymous with strength and endurance. Born to Zeus, the king of the gods, and the mortal Alcmene, Hercules was destined for greatness, but his path was anything but easy. From the very beginning, his life was marked by the wrath of Hera, Zeus's wife, who sought to punish him for his divine lineage. Hercules' story is one of both triumph and torment. In a fit of madness induced by Hera, he tragically killed his wife and children, a moment that would haunt him forever. To atone for this unspeakable act, Hercules was tasked with completing 12 seemingly impossible labors, each one a test of his strength, courage, and resilience. These labors were not just physical challenges but also moral trials, forcing Hercules to confront his own limitations and grow as a hero. The first of these labors was to slay the Nemean lion, a beast with an impenetrable hide. Hercules strangled the lion with his bare hands, a feat that showcased his raw power. Next, he faced the Lernaean Hydra, a multi-headed serpent that grew 2 heads for every one cut off. With ingenuity and determination, Hercules overcame this monstrous foe, proving that strength alone was not enough. He also needed wit and strategy. From capturing the golden hind of Artemis to cleaning the Orgian stables in a single day, each labor pushed Hercules to his limits. He wrestled the Erymanthian boar, outsmarted the Stymphalian birds, and even descended into the underworld to capture Cerberus, the 3-headed guardian of Hades. These tasks were not just about physical prowess but also about perseverance and the will to endure against all odds. Yet Hercules' journey was not without its moments of despair. The weight of his past mistakes and the constant interference of Hera tested his spirit, but through it all he remained steadfast, driven by a desire for redemption. His story is a powerful reminder that even the strongest among us can falter, but it is through perseverance and the willingness to face our challenges head-on that we find true strength. In the end, Hercules' labors earned him not just forgiveness but also immortality. He ascended to Mount Olympus, where he was welcomed among the gods, a testament to his enduring legacy. His story symbolizes the triumph of the human spirit over adversity, a tale of redemption that continues to inspire us to this day. As we leave the trials of Hercules behind, we turn our gaze to the next hero, whose thunderous presence and unwavering loyalty would make him a protector of gods and mortals alike. Now, as the storm clouds gather and the skies rumble with power, we step into the realm of Norse mythology to meet Thor, the god of thunder. Known for his immense strength and unyielding courage, Thor stands as a protector of both gods and mortals, a figure whose very presence commands respect and awe. His story is one of relentless battles, unwavering loyalty, and a personality as vast as the storms he controls. At the heart of Thor's legend lies his mighty hammer, Mjolnir, a weapon forged by dwarven craftsmen and imbued with the power to summon lightning and shatter mountains. Mjolnir is not just a tool of destruction but a symbol of Thor's divine authority and his role as a defender of the Nine Realms. It is said that only those deemed worthy can lift the hammer, a testament to Thor's unparalleled strength and integrity. Thor's battles against the giants, the sworn enemies of the gods, are the stuff of legend. These towering beings, often depicted as chaotic and destructive, represent the forces of nature and chaos that Thor must constantly keep at bay. One of his most famous encounters is with the giant Hrungnir, a colossal figure made of stone. In a fierce duel, Thor shattered Hrungnir's stone heart with Mjolnir, proving once again that no foe is too great for the god of thunder. Yet Thor's strength is matched by his larger-than-life personality. He is a god of action, quick to anger but equally quick to laugh, embodying the raw, untamed energy of a thunderstorm. His loyalty to his family, particularly his father Odin and his wife Sif, is unwavering, and he often goes to great lengths to protect them and the realms they rule. This loyalty extends to humanity as well, as Thor is known to intervene in mortal affairs, shielding them from the wrath of giants and other threats. Thor's character also reflects the core values of Norse culture: bravery, honor, and a deep connection to the natural world. His battles are not just physical but also symbolic, representing the eternal struggle between order and chaos. Through his actions, Thor teaches us the importance of standing firm in the face of adversity, of protecting those who cannot protect themselves, and of embracing the wild, untamed aspects of life. As the echoes of Thor's thunder fade, we prepare to journey to the next hero, whose story of exile, duty, and divine purpose will take us to the heart of Hindu mythology. As the thunder of Thor's hammer fades into the distance, we find ourselves stepping into the lush, vibrant world of Hindu mythology, where the story of Rama, the seventh avatar of Vishnu, unfolds. Rama's tale, as told in the ancient epic Ramayana, is one of exile, duty, and divine purpose, a narrative that has inspired millions for centuries. Rama's journey begins with his exile from the kingdom of Ayodhya, a decision made not out of weakness but out of unwavering respect for his father's word. For 14 years, Rama, accompanied by his devoted wife Sita and loyal brother Lakshmana, lives in the forest, embracing a life of simplicity and sacrifice. This period of exile is not just a test of endurance but a profound demonstration of Rama's commitment to Dharma, the moral order that governs the universe. The heart of Rama's story lies in his battle against Ravana, the 10-headed demon king of Lanka. Ravana, a figure of immense power and cunning, abducts Sita, setting the stage for one of the greatest conflicts in mythology. Rama's quest to rescue Sita is not merely a personal mission but a cosmic struggle between good and evil. With the help of Hanuman, the devoted monkey god, and an army of loyal allies, Rama confronts Ravana in a battle that shakes the heavens and the earth. Rama's victory over Ravana is not just a triumph of strength but of righteousness. His unwavering adherence to Dharma, even in the face of immense personal suffering, sets him apart as an ideal king, husband, and warrior. Rama's rule over Ayodhya, known as Ram Rajya, is often described as a golden age of justice, prosperity, and harmony, a testament to his wisdom and compassion. Yet, Rama's story is not without its complexities. His decision to test Sita's purity after her rescue, though rooted in the societal norms of his time, has sparked debates and reflections on the nature of duty and morality. This aspect of his character adds depth to his portrayal, reminding us that even the greatest heroes are not without flaws. Rama's legacy endures as a symbol of virtue, sacrifice, and the eternal struggle to uphold Dharma. His story teaches us the importance of staying true to our principles, even when the path is fraught with challenges. As we leave the world of Rama and prepare to meet the next hero, we carry with us the timeless lessons of duty, devotion, and the power of righteousness. Now, as the winds of fate shift, we turn to the tale of Beowulf, the Geatish hero whose bravery and loyalty will take us into the heart of Anglo-Saxon mythology. As the echoes of Rama's triumph fade, we find ourselves stepping into the misty, windswept lands of Anglo-Saxon England, where the legend of Beowulf, the Geatish warrior, comes to life. Beowulf's tale, immortalized in one of the oldest surviving epic poems in Old English, is a gripping saga of heroism, loyalty, and the inevitable confrontation with mortality. Beowulf's journey begins when he hears of the terror plaguing the kingdom of the Danes. Grendel, a monstrous creature descended from Cain, has been attacking the mead hall of King Hrothgar, slaughtering warriors and spreading fear. Beowulf, driven by a sense of duty and a desire for glory, sails to Denmark with a band of loyal warriors. His arrival marks the start of a legendary confrontation. In a display of unmatched strength and courage, Beowulf faces Grendel unarmed, relying solely on his physical prowess. The battle is fierce and brutal, but Beowulf emerges victorious, tearing off Grendel's arm and sending the creature fleeing to its death. This victory, however, is only the beginning. Grendel's mother, a vengeful and even more formidable foe, rises to avenge her son's death. Beowulf dives into her underwater lair, a place of darkness and danger, and after a harrowing struggle, he defeats her with a magical sword, securing peace for the Danes once more. Years later, as an aged king, Beowulf faces his final and most poignant challenge, a dragon awakened by the theft of a golden cup from its hoard. Despite his advanced age, Beowulf chooses to confront the beast, driven by his unwavering sense of duty to protect his people. In this climactic battle, Beowulf slays the dragon but is mortally wounded in the process. His death marks the end of an era, a reminder of the fleeting nature of life and the heavy burden of leadership. Beowulf's story is more than a tale of monster slaying. It is a profound exploration of heroism and mortality. His bravery and loyalty reflect the values of Anglo-Saxon society, where honor, kinship, and the pursuit of glory were paramount. Yet, his death underscores the inevitability of mortality, a theme that resonates deeply in the poem. The epic also highlights the tension between individual glory and communal responsibility. Beowulf's early exploits are driven by personal ambition, but as a king, his focus shifts to the well-being of his people. This evolution reflects the ideals of leadership and sacrifice that were central to Anglo-Saxon culture. Beowulf's legacy endures as a symbol of courage, resilience, and the human struggle against the forces of chaos and death. His story reminds us that true heroism lies not just in physical strength, but in the willingness to face one's fears and responsibilities, even at the cost of one's life. As the flames of Beowulf's funeral pyre rise into the sky, we prepare to journey into the realm of Arthurian legend, where the ideals of chivalry and justice await us. As the embers of Beowulf's legacy cool, we now set our sights on the rolling hills and misty forests of medieval Britain, where the legend of King Arthur begins to unfold. King Arthur, the once and future king, is a figure whose story has captivated imaginations for centuries, blending history, myth, and the ideals of a utopian society. Arthur's rise to power is as legendary as the man himself. Born in secrecy and raised in obscurity, his destiny is revealed when he pulls the enchanted sword Excalibur from the stone, a feat no other could accomplish. This act proves his divine right to rule and marks the beginning of his journey as the leader of Britain. With Excalibur in hand, Arthur unites the warring factions of the land, bringing peace and order to a fractured kingdom. Central to Arthur's reign is the creation of the Knights of the Round Table, a fellowship of the bravest and most noble warriors in the realm. The Round Table, a symbol of equality and unity, ensures that no knight holds a higher seat than another, reflecting Arthur's commitment to justice and fairness. Among these knights are figures like Lancelot, Gawain, and Galahad, each embodying the virtues of courage, loyalty, and honor. Together, they embark on quests to uphold the ideals of chivalry, protect the innocent, and seek the Holy Grail, the sacred relic said to grant eternal life and divine grace. The quest for the Holy Grail becomes one of the defining challenges of Arthur's reign. It is not merely a physical journey but a spiritual one, testing the knight's faith, purity, and resolve. While many fail, Sir Galahad, the purest of heart, ultimately achieves the Grail, symbolizing the triumph of virtue over temptation. Yet, the Grail's discovery also foreshadows the eventual decline of Arthur's kingdom, as the ideals of Camelot begin to unravel. Arthur's story is deeply intertwined with themes of chivalry, justice, and the pursuit of a utopian society. Camelot, his legendary court, represents an ideal world where justice prevails and the bonds of fellowship are unbreakable. However, the cracks in this utopia become evident through the betrayal of Lancelot and Guinevere, Arthur's queen, and the treachery of Mordred, Arthur's illegitimate son. These betrayals lead to the tragic Battle of Camlan, where Arthur and Mordred mortally wound each other, marking the end of an era. Yet Arthur's legacy endures. According to legend, he is taken to the mystical Isle of Avalon to heal, with the promise that he will return in Britain's hour of greatest need. This enduring hope reflects the timeless appeal of Arthur's story, a tale of noble ideals, human flaws, and the eternal quest for a better world. As the mists of Avalon close around Arthur's legend, we prepare to journey eastward, where the mischievous and mighty Monkey King, Sun Wukong, awaits us with his tales of rebellion and enlightenment. As the mists of Avalon fade into the distance, we now journey to the vibrant and mystical lands of ancient China, where the legendary Monkey King, Sun Wukong, awaits with his tales of mischief, rebellion, and ultimate enlightenment. Sun Wukong, one of the most beloved figures in Chinese mythology, is a character of boundless energy, wit, and supernatural prowess, whose story has captivated audiences for centuries. Born from a stone egg atop the mountain of flowers and fruit, Sun Wukong is no ordinary monkey. From the moment of his birth, he is destined for greatness, displaying extraordinary abilities that set him apart from all others. His agility, strength, and cunning are unmatched, and he quickly becomes the ruler of his monkey tribe. But Sun Wukong's ambitions stretch far beyond the confines of his mountain home. Seeking immortality and power, he embarks on a journey of self-discovery, mastering the arts of magic, combat, and transformation along the way. One of Sun Wukong's most iconic traits is his mastery of the 72 transformations, a skill that allows him to shapeshift into any form he desires, whether it be a towering giant, a tiny insect, or even an inanimate object. Combined with his ability to summon clones of himself and his legendary weapon, the Rui Jingu Bang, a magical staff that can change size at will, Sun Wukong becomes a force to be reckoned with. His powers are so great that he even challenges the heavens themselves, earning him the title of the great sage equal to heaven. However, Sun Wukong's rebellion against the celestial order leads to his downfall. After wreaking havoc in heaven and defying the Jade Emperor, he is eventually subdued by the Buddha, who imprisons him under the Five Elements mountain for 500 years. This period of confinement becomes a turning point in Sun Wukong's life, marking the beginning of his transformation from a rebellious trickster to a seeker of enlightenment. His redemption comes in the form of the monk Tang Sanzang, whom Sun Wukong is tasked with protecting on a perilous journey to retrieve sacred Buddhist scriptures from India. Alongside other companions, including the pig-like Zhu Beiji and the river demon Sha Wujing, Sun Wukong faces countless trials and battles against demons, monsters, and his own inner demons. Through these challenges, he learns the value of humility, loyalty, and selflessness, ultimately achieving enlightenment and becoming a true hero. Sun Wukong's story is a rich tapestry of defiance, transformation, and redemption. As a trickster figure, he embodies the spirit of rebellion against authority and the pursuit of freedom. Yet, his journey also highlights the importance of growth, self-discipline, and the quest for spiritual wisdom. Sun Wukong's enduring appeal lies in his complexity. He is both a mischievous troublemaker and a noble protector, a symbol of defiance and a beacon of enlightenment. As we leave the Monkey King's world of magic and adventure, we prepare to step into the rugged landscapes of ancient Ireland, where the fierce and loyal Chulainn, the Hound of Ulster, awaits with his tales of heroism and tragedy. As the tales of Sun Wukong's enlightenment fade, we now cross the seas to the Emerald Hills of ancient Ireland, where the legendary Chulainn, the Hound of Ulster, stands as a towering figure of heroism and tragedy. Known for his unmatched strength, fierce loyalty, and heartbreaking fate, Chulainn's story is one of the most compelling in Irish mythology. Born as Setanta, he earned the name Chulainn, meaning Hound of Chulainn, after a fateful encounter as a child. When he accidentally killed the guard dog of the blacksmith Chulainn, he vowed to take the dog's place, protecting Chulainn's home until a new hound could be trained. This act of responsibility and bravery marked the beginning of his legendary status. From a young age, Chulainn displayed extraordinary abilities, training under the warrior woman Scathach and mastering the art of combat, including the deadly Gibulg, a barbed spear that could only be used once in battle. Chulainn's superhuman feats are the stuff of legend. He possessed the Ryostrad, or warp spasm, a terrifying transformation that turned him into an unstoppable force of destruction. During these episodes, his body would contort, his hair would stand on end, and his eyes would glow with an otherworldly light. This power made him nearly invincible in battle, but it also came at a great cost as it consumed him both physically and emotionally. At the heart of Chulainn's story is his tragic love for Emer, a woman of great beauty and wisdom. Their love was deep and passionate, but it was also marked by hardship. Emer's father, Thorgol Monarch, opposed their union and set impossible tasks for Chulainn to prove his worth. Despite these challenges, Chulainn's determination never wavered, and he eventually won Emer's hand. Yet, their love story was destined to be overshadowed by the greater tragedies of his life. Chulainn's most famous exploits are chronicled in the Tain Bo Cuelnge, or the cattle raid of Cooley. When Queen Medibi of Connacht sought to steal the prized bull Don Cuelnge from Ulster, Chulainn single-handedly defended his homeland. At just 17 years old, he held off Medibi's vast army, using guerrilla tactics and his unmatched combat skills to delay their advance. His loyalty to Ulster and his people was unwavering, even as he faced overwhelming odds. However, Chulainn's story is one of inevitable tragedy. Bound by a jays or sacred oath, he was forced to accept a challenge that led to his death. Mortally wounded in battle, he tied himself to a standing stone so he could face his enemies upright, even in death. It is said that his enemies only realized he had died when a raven landed on his shoulder. His death marked the end of an era, leaving a legacy of heroism, loyalty, and sorrow that continues to resonate in Irish folklore. Chulainn's life is a testament to the duality of heroism. His ferocity in battle and his deep sense of duty are matched only by the tragic weight of his fate. As we leave the rugged landscapes of Ulster behind, we prepare to step into the sunlit shores of ancient Greece, where the cunning and resourceful Perseus awaits with his tale of monsters, gods, and divine destiny. As the echoes of Chulainn's final battle fade, we now set our sights on the sun-drenched shores of ancient Greece, where the story of Perseus, one of mythology's most resourceful heroes, begins. Born to Zeus, the king of the gods, and Danae, a mortal princess, Perseus's life was marked by divine intervention from the very start. His grandfather, King Achilles, fearing a prophecy that foretold his death at the hands of his grandson, cast Danae and the infant Perseus into the sea in a wooden chest. Miraculously, they survived, washing ashore on the island of Seriphos, where they were taken in by a kind fisherman named Dictys. Perseus's journey to heroism truly began when King Polydectes, Dictys' brother, sought to marry Danae. To rid himself of Perseus, Polydectes sent the young hero on a seemingly impossible quest to retrieve the head of Medusa, the Gorgon whose gaze turned men to stone. Armed with divine gifts from the gods, a reflective shield from Athena, a sword from Hermes, and winged sandals from the nymphs, Perseus set out on his perilous mission. His cleverness and resourcefulness would be tested at every turn. Medusa, once a beautiful maiden cursed by Athena, was now a monstrous figure with snakes for hair. Perseus, using the reflective shield to avoid her deadly gaze, approached her while she slept. With a single, precise strike, he severed her head, using the shield's reflection to guide his hand. This act of ingenuity and bravery not only fulfilled his quest but also showcased the Greek ideal of the hero as a problem solver, relying on wit as much as strength. But Perseus's adventures were far from over. On his journey back to Seriphos, he encountered Andromeda, a princess chained to a rock as a sacrifice to a sea monster. Moved by her plight, Perseus used Medusa's head to turn the monster to stone, rescuing Andromeda and earning her hand in marriage. This act of heroism further cemented his legacy as a protector and a champion of the innocent. Upon his return to Seriphos, Perseus used Medusa's head once more to turn Polydectes and his court to stone, freeing his mother from the king's unwanted advances. He then fulfilled the prophecy by accidentally killing Achilles during a discus-throwing competition, though the act was unintentional. Despite this tragic twist, Perseus's story ends on a note of triumph, as he and Andromeda ruled as king and queen, founding the city of Mycenae and establishing a lineage that would include some of Greece's greatest heroes. Perseus's tale is a masterclass in the hero's journey, blending divine favor, mortal ingenuity, and the triumph of good over evil. His cleverness and resourcefulness, coupled with his unwavering sense of justice, make him a timeless symbol of the Greek ideal. As we leave the world of Perseus behind, we prepare to step into the frosty realms of Norse mythology, where the dragon slayer Sigurd awaits with his own tale of fate, betrayal, and heroism. As the golden age of Greek heroes fades into the mists of time, we now journey northward into the rugged, snow-capped landscapes of Norse mythology, where the tale of Sigurd, the legendary dragon slayer, begins. Born into a world of gods, giants, and fate, Sigurd's story is one of courage, tragedy, and the inescapable threads of destiny. Sigurd's journey starts with his upbringing under the guidance of Reginn, a skilled blacksmith and a man with a hidden agenda. Reginn, the brother of the dragon Fafnir, sought revenge for the death of their father, Hreidmar, and saw in Sigurd the perfect instrument to achieve his goal. Under Regin's tutelage, Sigurd grew into a warrior of unmatched skill, wielding the reforged sword Gram, a weapon capable of cleaving through even the toughest of foes. The heart of Sigurd's legend lies in his confrontation with Fafnir, a once human prince transformed into a monstrous dragon by his own greed. Fafnir, hoarding a cursed treasure, had become a symbol of avarice and destruction. Guided by Regin's instructions, Sigurd tracked the dragon to its lair. Using his cunning and the sword Gram, he struck a fatal blow, slaying Fafnir and claiming the treasure. But this victory came with a price. As Sigurd roasted Fafnir's heart, he accidentally tasted its blood, granting him the ability to understand the language of birds. From them, he learned of Regin's treacherous plan to kill him and take the treasure for himself. Sigurd, ever the hero, acted swiftly, ending Regin's life and securing his own survival. Yet, Sigurd's story is not merely one of triumph over monsters. It is also a tale of love and betrayal, intertwined with the fate of Brynhild, a Valkyrie cursed by Odin to live as a mortal. Sigurd, after awakening Brynhild from a magical sleep, pledged his love to her, but fate, as it often does in Norse mythology, had other plans. Through a series of tragic misunderstandings and manipulations, Sigurd was tricked into marrying Gudrun, while Brynhild was wed to Gunnar, Sigurd's brother-in-arms. The betrayal and heartbreak that followed would lead to a chain of events culminating in Sigurd's death at the hands of those he once trusted. Sigurd's story is a powerful exploration of the Norse ideals of heroism, fate, and the inevitability of betrayal. His bravery in slaying Fafnir, his tragic love for Brynhild, and his untimely demise all reflect the harsh realities of a world where even the greatest heroes are subject to the whims of the gods and the inescapable pull of destiny. As we leave the frostbitten lands of Norse mythology behind, we prepare to step into the vibrant world of Chinese folklore, where the legendary warrior Mulan awaits with her own tale of courage, loyalty, and defiance against the odds. As the frost of Norse legends melts away, we find ourselves stepping into the vibrant tapestry of Chinese folklore, where the story of Mulan, a warrior unlike any other, begins to unfold. Mulan's tale is one of courage, loyalty, and a defiance of societal norms that has resonated across centuries and cultures. Mulan's journey begins not on a battlefield but in the quiet of her family home. When the emperor issues a decree demanding one man from every household to join the army, Mulan's aging father is called to serve. Knowing he would not survive the rigors of war, Mulan makes a daring decision. Disguising herself as a man, she takes her father's place, leaving behind the safety of her home to protect her family and uphold the virtue of filial piety, a cornerstone of Chinese culture. Her bravery is matched only by her skill. In the army, Mulan trains tirelessly, mastering the arts of combat and strategy. Her determination and resilience earn her the respect of her fellow soldiers, none of whom suspect her true identity. For 12 long years, she fights alongside them, her courage shining through in every battle. Yet, it is not just her physical prowess that defines her heroism. Mulan's loyalty to her comrades and her unwavering sense of duty make her a symbol of selflessness and honor. Mulan's story is not just one of personal triumph, it is a powerful challenge to traditional gender roles. In a society where women were often confined to domestic roles, Mulan's actions prove that courage and strength are not bound by gender. Her ability to navigate a male-dominated world while staying true to herself is a testament to her character and a timeless reminder of the potential within us all. The cultural significance of Mulan's story cannot be overstated. Her tale, immortalized in the ancient poem, The Ballad of Mulan, has inspired countless adaptations from operas to films, each retelling adding new layers to her legacy. Mulan embodies the virtues of filial piety, loyalty, and courage, values that continue to resonate deeply within Chinese culture and beyond. As we reflect on Mulan's journey, we are reminded that heroism is not always about grand battles or mythical feats. Sometimes it is found in the quiet strength of a daughter who sacrifices everything for her family, in the courage to defy expectations, and in the resilience to stand tall against the odds. With Chulainn's story etched into our minds, we now prepare to venture into the world of Greek mythology, where the cunning and resourceful Odysseus awaits, ready to share his epic journey of wit and endurance. As the echoes of Chulainn's courage fade, we set sail across the wine-dark seas of Greek mythology, where the legendary Odysseus awaits. Known for his unmatched cunning and unyielding resilience, Odysseus's journey is one of the most enduring tales of heroism in Western literature. His story, immortalized in Homer's epic poem, The Odyssey, is a masterclass in wit, endurance, and the relentless pursuit of home. Odysseus's adventure begins in the aftermath of the Trojan War, where his cleverness had already earned him fame. It was his idea to construct the Trojan horse, a deceptive ploy that led to the fall of Troy. But his journey home to Ithaca would prove far more treacherous than the war itself. Cursed by the gods and tested by fate, Odysseus faces a series of trials that push the limits of his ingenuity and strength. One of his most famous encounters is with the Cyclops Polyphemus, a one-eyed giant who traps Odysseus and his men in his cave. Using his sharp mind, Odysseus devises a plan to blind the Cyclops and escape by hiding under the bellies of the giant's sheep. This act of cunning, however, earns him the wrath of Poseidon, the god of the sea, who prolongs his journey home. Odysseus's resilience is further tested by the enchanting sorceress Circe, who turns his men into swine. Through his resourcefulness and the guidance of the god Hermes, he resists her magic and secures her aid. Later, he navigates the perilous waters of the Sirens, whose irresistible songs lure sailors to their doom. By having his crew tie him to the mast and plug their ears with wax, Odysseus demonstrates both his wisdom and his ability to lead under pressure. Perhaps the most poignant moment of his journey is his visit to the underworld, where he seeks guidance from the prophet Tyreus. Here, Odysseus confronts the weight of his past and the sacrifices required to reach his beloved Ithaca. His determination to return home despite the years of hardship underscores his unwavering loyalty to his family and kingdom. Odysseus's story is not just a tale of survival, it is a reflection of the Greek ideal of the clever hero. Unlike other heroes who rely solely on physical strength, Odysseus triumphs through intellect, adaptability, and an unshakable will. His journey is a testament to the power of the human spirit to overcome even the most insurmountable odds. As we leave Odysseus to continue his voyage, we are reminded that heroism takes many forms. Sometimes it is not the sword but the mind that wins the day. And now, with the winds of Greek mythology at our backs, we prepare to explore the moral dilemmas and divine guidance of Arjuna, the warrior prince of Hindu mythology. As the waves of Odysseus's journey settle, we now step onto the sacred battlefield of Kurukshetra, where Arjuna, the peerless archer of Hindu mythology, stands at the heart of one of the most profound moral dilemmas in ancient literature. Arjuna's story, central to the epic Mahabharata, is not just a tale of physical prowess but a deep exploration of duty, morality, and the human condition. Arjuna, the third of the Pandava brothers, is renowned for his unmatched skill with the bow. His precision and discipline make him a warrior without equal, yet it is his inner conflict that defines his legacy. As the great war of Kurukshetra looms, Arjuna finds himself paralyzed by doubt. Facing an army that includes his own relatives, teachers, and friends, he is torn between his duty as a warrior and his love for those he must fight. In this moment of crisis, Arjuna turns to his charioteer and divine guide, Krishna, who reveals himself as the incarnation of the god Vishnu. Their dialogue forms the Bhagavad Gita, a sacred text that transcends time and culture. Krishna counsels Arjuna on the nature of dharma, or righteous duty, urging him to rise above his personal attachments and fulfill his role as a warrior. This conversation delves into profound philosophical themes such as the eternal soul, the importance of selfless action and the balance between duty and compassion. Arjuna's struggle is not just a personal one, it reflects the universal human experience of grappling with difficult choices. His journey from doubt to clarity mirrors the path of self-discovery that many seek in their own lives. Through Krishna's teachings, Arjuna learns that true heroism lies not in avoiding responsibility, but in embracing it with courage and integrity. The Bhagavad Gita's timeless wisdom has made Arjuna's story a cornerstone of Hindu philosophy and a source of inspiration for millions. His commitment to Dharma, even in the face of immense personal cost, underscores the idea that heroism is as much about moral strength as it is about physical might. As we leave Arjuna on the battlefield, his bow now steady and his resolve unshaken, we are reminded that the greatest battles are often fought within. And now, with the echoes of Kurukshetra fading, we prepare to journey into the labyrinth of Greek mythology, where Theseus, the slayer of the Minotaur, awaits to show us the power of bravery and intellect combined. As the echoes of Kurukshetra fade, we now venture into the winding paths of Greek mythology, where Theseus, the legendary hero of Athens, awaits to guide us through a tale of courage, cunning, and the triumph of intellect over chaos. Theseus, the son of Aegeus, king of Athens, is a hero whose story is as much about his cleverness as it is about his strength. His journey begins not in the halls of power but on the rugged roads leading to Athens, where he proves his worth by defeating a series of bandits and monsters, each encounter a testament to his bravery and resourcefulness. But it is his confrontation with the Minotaur, the fearsome half-man, half-bull creature imprisoned in the labyrinth of Crete, that cements his place among the greatest heroes of Greek mythology. Sent as part of a grim tribute to King Minos, Theseus volunteers to enter the labyrinth, knowing that no one who enters has ever returned. Armed with nothing but a sword and a ball of thread given to him by Princess Ariadne, Theseus navigates the maze's twisting corridors, outsmarting the Minotaur and slaying the beast. His victory is not just a physical triumph but a symbolic one, representing the triumph of order over chaos and the power of human ingenuity. Theseus's story doesn't end with the Minotaur. Upon his return to Athens, he becomes a wise and just ruler, embodying the Greek ideal of the hero as a civilizing force. He unites the scattered villages of Attica into a single city-state, laying the foundation for Athens' future greatness. His reign is marked by reforms that promote fairness and unity, reflecting his belief in the power of reason and justice. Yet, like many Greek heroes, Theseus is not without flaws. His later years are marred by mistakes and misfortunes, reminding us that even the greatest heroes are human. His story, with its blend of triumph and tragedy, captures the complexity of the human experience, making him a timeless figure in mythology. Theseus's legacy endures as a symbol of bravery, intelligence, and the enduring struggle to bring order to a chaotic world. As we leave the labyrinth behind, we prepare to step into the forests of England, where another legendary hero, Robin Hood, awaits to show us the power of justice and rebellion. Now stepping into the lush green forests of medieval England, we encounter a hero whose name has become synonymous with justice and defiance: Robin Hood. Unlike the gods and demigods of ancient mythologies, Robin Hood is a man of the people, a figure who rose from the struggles of the common folk to become a legend. His story, rooted in English folklore, is one of rebellion against oppression and a relentless fight for fairness in a world ruled by greed and corruption. Robin Hood's tale begins in Sherwood Forest, where he gathers a band of loyal followers known as the Merry Men. Among them are iconic figures like Little John, Friar Tuck, and Maid Marian, each bringing their unique skills and personalities to the group. Together, they form a brotherhood bound by a shared mission: to challenge the tyranny of the Sheriff of Nottingham and redistribute wealth to those who need it most. Robin's mastery of the bow and arrow is legendary, his precision unmatched, and his daring exploits often leave his enemies in awe or in retreat. the Sheriff of Nottingham, a symbol of the corrupt aristocracy, becomes Robin's greatest adversary. Their battles are not just physical confrontations but also a clash of ideologies. While the sheriff represents the abuse of power, Robin embodies the spirit of resistance, using his cunning and resourcefulness to outwit his foes. Whether it's ambushing tax collectors or staging elaborate schemes to humiliate the sheriff, Robin's actions are always driven by a deep sense of justice and a commitment to the downtrodden. What makes Robin Hood truly timeless is his role as a symbol of hope. In a time when the gap between the rich and the poor was vast, his story resonated with those who felt powerless. He wasn't just a skilled archer or a clever outlaw. He was a beacon of fairness, a reminder that even in the darkest times, courage and solidarity can prevail. His legend has endured for centuries, inspiring countless retellings in literature, film, and theater, each adding new layers to his myth while keeping his core values intact. As we leave the shadows of Sherwood Forest, we prepare to journey into the heart of Hindu mythology, where another hero, Karna, awaits to show us the complexities of loyalty, identity, and the weight of destiny. Now turning to the rich tapestry of Hindu mythology, we encounter Karna, a figure whose life is a poignant blend of heroism, tragedy, and moral complexity. Born to the sun god Surya and the mortal princess Kunti, Karna's divine origins are shrouded in secrecy. Abandoned at birth and raised by a humble charioteer, Karna grows up unaware of his royal lineage, a fact that shapes his identity and fuels his lifelong quest for recognition and respect. Karna's story is one of unwavering loyalty, particularly to his friend and ally, Duryodhana, the eldest of the Kaurava princes. When the world rejects him due to his lowly upbringing, Duryodhana offers him a place of honor, making Karna a key figure in the Kaurava camp. This loyalty, however, comes at a cost. Karna's allegiance to Duryodhana places him in direct opposition to the Pandavas, his own brothers, though he remains unaware of this familial connection until much later. What sets Karna apart is not just his unmatched skill as a warrior, but also his extraordinary generosity. Known as Donvir Karna, or the generous hero, he is famed for his willingness to give away anything he possesses, even when it puts him at a disadvantage. One of the most striking examples of this is his decision to give away his divine armor, gifted by his father Surya, to a disguised Indra, the king of the gods. This act of selflessness leaves him vulnerable in the great war of Kurukshetra, yet it also cements his legacy as a man of unparalleled virtue. Karna's struggles with identity and acceptance are central to his tragic arc. Despite his valor and noble qualities, he is constantly reminded of his low birth, a stigma he can never fully escape. His eventual discovery of his true parentage, revealed to him by his mother Kunti on the eve of the war, adds another layer of heartbreak to his story. Torn between his loyalty to Duryodhana and his newfound knowledge of his Pandava heritage, Karna faces an impossible choice, one that ultimately leads to his downfall. On the battlefield, Karna's fate is sealed by a cruel twist of destiny. Despite his prowess, he is undone by a combination of curses and divine interventions, culminating in his death at the hands of Arjuna, his own brother. Yet, even in his final moments, Karna's dignity and courage shine through, leaving an indelible mark on the epic of the Mahabharata. Karna's story is a powerful exploration of themes like loyalty, identity, and the inescapable grip of fate. He is a hero who rises above his circumstances, yet his life is a reminder of the tragic cost of choices made in the face of adversity. As we reflect on his journey, we are reminded that heroism is not always about victory, but about the strength to endure and the grace to give, even when the odds are stacked against you. With Karna's tale resonating in our minds, we now prepare to step into the world of Christian folklore, where the courageous Joan of Arc awaits to inspire us with her unwavering faith and indomitable spirit. As the winds of history shift, we find ourselves in the heart of medieval France, where the extraordinary story of Joan of Arc unfolds. Born in the small village of Domremy in the early 15th century, Joan was an unlikely hero, a peasant girl who would rise to become one of the most iconic figures in Christian folklore and French history. Her journey begins with a series of divine visions where she claimed to hear the voices of Saints Michael, Catherine, and Margaret, urging her to support Charles VII and help drive the English out of France during the 100 Years' War. At just 17 years old, Joan defied societal expectations and convinced the Dauphin, Charles, to grant her command over French troops. Clad in armor and carrying a banner emblazoned with the names of Jesus and Mary, she led her soldiers with a fervor that inspired both awe and fear. Her leadership was marked by bold strategies and an unshakable belief in her divine mission, culminating in the pivotal lifting of the Siege of Orleans, a turning point that revitalized French morale and momentum in the war. Joan's courage was matched only by her unwavering faith. She saw herself not as a warrior but as an instrument of God's will, a belief that fueled her determination even in the face of overwhelming odds. Her victories on the battlefield were not just military triumphs but also spiritual affirmations, reinforcing her conviction that she was destined to fulfill a sacred purpose. However, Joan's meteoric rise was met with betrayal and tragedy. Captured by Burgundian forces allied with the English, she was subjected to a politically charged trial on charges of heresy and witchcraft. Despite her eloquent defense and steadfast faith, she was condemned and burned at the stake in Rouen in the year 1431. Her death at just 19 years old was a moment of profound sorrow, yet it also cemented her legacy as a martyr and a symbol of French resilience and national identity. Joan's story transcends the boundaries of time and culture. She is remembered not only for her military achievements but also for her unyielding spirit and the purity of her faith. Her canonization as a saint in the early 20th century further solidified her place as a beacon of courage and devotion. Joan of Arc's life reminds us that heroism often emerges from the most unexpected places, and that true strength lies in the courage to stand by one's convictions, even in the face of insurmountable odds. With Joan's legacy still echoing, we now journey to the vibrant islands of Polynesia, where the trickster demigod Maui awaits to captivate us with his cleverness and larger-than-life adventures. As the waves of the Pacific carry us to the vibrant islands of Polynesia, we meet Maui, the legendary trickster demigod whose exploits are as vast as the ocean itself. Known for his cunning and larger-than-life personality, Maui is a central figure in Polynesian mythology, celebrated for his cleverness and his deep connection to the natural world. His stories are not just tales of adventure but also reflections of the values and beliefs of the Polynesian people. Maui's most famous feat is his daring attempt to slow the sun. According to legend, the sun moved so quickly across the sky that people had little time to complete their daily tasks. Determined to help his people, Maui crafted a magical fishing line made from his sister's hair and lassoed the sun as it rose. After a fierce struggle, he forced the sun to agree to move more slowly, giving humanity longer days to work and thrive. This act of ingenuity and bravery showcases Maui's role as a protector and benefactor of humankind. Another iconic tale is Maui's fishing expedition, where he used his enchanted fishhook to pull entire islands from the depths of the ocean. This story not only highlights his supernatural abilities but also symbolizes the creation of the Polynesian islands, linking Maui to the very land his people call home. His connection to nature is further emphasized in stories where he tames fire, shapes the landscape, and even attempts to conquer death itself, though this final endeavor ends in failure, reminding us of his humanity despite his divine powers. Maui's cleverness and resourcefulness make him a beloved trickster figure, but his actions are always rooted in a desire to improve the lives of others. Whether he's outsmarting gods, battling monsters, or reshaping the world, Maui embodies the spirit of innovation and resilience. His stories are passed down through generations, serving as both entertainment and moral lessons, teaching the importance of wit, courage, and respect for the natural world. As we leave the shores of Polynesia, Maui's legacy reminds us that heroism can take many forms. His blend of humor, intelligence, and determination makes him a unique figure among the world's legendary heroes, a testament to the enduring power of myth to inspire and connect us across cultures. Now, our journey takes us to the rugged landscapes of Germanic mythology, where the dragon slayer Siegfried awaits with his own tale of valor and tragedy. As the mists of Germanic legend part, we find ourselves in the world of Siegfried, a hero whose name echoes through the ages as the slayer of dragons and the wielder of destiny. Born of noble lineage, Siegfried's story is one of extraordinary courage, tragic love, and the inescapable grip of fate. His tale, immortalized in the epic poem The Nibelungenlied, is a cornerstone of Germanic mythology, blending heroism with the darker shades of betrayal and loss. Siegfried's most renowned feat is his battle with the fearsome dragon Fafnir. Armed with the legendary sword Bomung, Siegfried confronted the beast in its lair, a clash of strength and cunning that would define his legacy. After a fierce struggle, he emerged victorious, bathing in the dragon's blood to gain invulnerability, save for a single spot on his back where a leaf had fallen. This act of valor not only cemented his status as a hero, but also set the stage for the trials that would follow. With Fafnir's defeat, Siegfried claimed the dragon's hoard, a treasure cursed by the gods. This wealth, though vast, brought with it a shadow of doom, as the curse would weave its way into the lives of all who possessed it. Yet, Siegfried's story is not merely one of conquest and treasure, it is also a tale of love and heartbreak. His marriage to Kriemhild, a princess of Burgundy, seemed a union of joy and promise. However, their happiness was short-lived, as the seeds of betrayal were sown by those who envied Siegfried's power and renown. The tragedy of Siegfried lies in his trust and the treachery of those closest to him. His friend Hagen, driven by jealousy and greed, exploited Siegfried's one vulnerability, striking him down in a moment of deceit. This act of betrayal not only ended Siegfried's life, but also set in motion a chain of events that would lead to further sorrow and bloodshed. Through his rise and fall, Siegfried embodies the themes of heroism and fate, a reminder that even the greatest of heroes are not immune to the twists of destiny. Siegfried's legacy is one of both triumph and tragedy, a story that resonates with the timeless struggle between human ambition and the forces that shape our lives. His courage in the face of danger, his unwavering loyalty, and his ultimate downfall serve as a poignant reflection on the complexities of heroism. As we leave the world of Germanic myth, Siegfried's tale lingers, a testament to the enduring power of stories that explore the heights of human achievement and the depths of human frailty. Now our journey turns to the sands of ancient Egypt, where the falcon-headed god Horus awaits, ready to reveal his own saga of divine justice and kingship. As the sands of Egypt shift beneath the weight of time, we are drawn to the story of Horus, the falcon-headed god whose tale is woven into the very fabric of ancient Egyptian mythology. Known as the protector of Egypt and the embodiment of divine kingship, Horus stands as a symbol of justice, power, and the eternal struggle between order and chaos. His story begins with a profound act of vengeance as he seeks to avenge the murder of his father, Osiris, at the hands of his treacherous uncle, Set. Horus's battle against Set is one of the most dramatic and enduring tales in Egyptian mythology. Set, the god of chaos and disorder, had slain Osiris, the god of the afterlife, scattering his body across the land. Horus, driven by a fierce determination to restore balance and honor his father's legacy, challenged Set in a series of epic confrontations. These battles were not merely physical but also symbolic, representing the eternal conflict between light and darkness, harmony and discord. Horus's victory over Set was not just a personal triumph but a restoration of Mat, the cosmic order that governed the universe. As a sky god, Horus was often depicted with the head of a falcon, his eyes representing the sun and the moon. This imagery underscored his role as a celestial guardian, watching over the land of Egypt from above. His connection to the pharaohs was profound, as each ruler was believed to be the earthly incarnation of Horus, chosen to uphold divine justice and maintain the balance of the world. This sacred bond between Horus and the pharaohs reinforced the idea that kingship was not merely a political institution but a divine mandate, a responsibility to protect and guide the people in accordance with the will of the gods. Horus's story is also one of resilience and transformation. After losing an eye in his battle with Set, he was healed by the god Thoth, and his restored eye became a powerful symbol of healing, protection, and renewal. This myth not only highlights Horus's enduring strength, but also serves as a reminder of the cyclical nature of life, where loss and restoration are intertwined. Through his battles, his divine authority, and his unwavering commitment to justice, Horus embodies the ideals of kingship and the sacred duty to protect and lead. His legacy endures as a testament to the power of resilience, the importance of balance, and the enduring connection between the divine and the mortal. As we leave the sands of Egypt behind, Horus's story lingers, a beacon of hope and a reminder that even in the face of chaos, order and justice can prevail. Now our journey takes us to the Emerald Hills of Ireland, where the legendary Finn McCool awaits, ready to share his tales of wisdom and adventure. As the mists of Ireland rise to greet us, we step into the world of Finn McCool, a figure as vast and enduring as the Emerald Hills themselves. Known as Fionn mac Cumhaill in Gaelic, Finn McCool is a legendary hero whose tales are woven deeply into the fabric of Irish mythology. As the leader of the Fianna, a band of elite warriors, Finn was not only a protector of Ireland but also a symbol of wisdom, strength, and harmony with the natural world. Finn's story begins with a destiny marked by prophecy. From a young age, he was destined for greatness, and his journey to becoming the leader of the Fianna was anything but ordinary. One of the most famous tales of his youth involves the Salmon of Knowledge. Legend has it that Finn, while serving as an apprentice to the poet Finnegas, caught a magical salmon that held all the wisdom of the world. When Finn accidentally burned his thumb while cooking the fish, he instinctively put it in his mouth and gained the salmon's knowledge. This moment transformed him into a figure of unparalleled wisdom, a trait that would define his leadership and guide his many adventures. Finn's magical abilities were as remarkable as his intellect. He possessed the gift of foresight, allowing him to anticipate danger and outwit his enemies. His strength was legendary, and his feats of heroism were often tied to his deep connection with nature. One of his most famous exploits involves the creation of the Giant's Causeway, a natural wonder in Northern Ireland. According to myth, Finn built the causeway as a pathway to confront a rival giant in Scotland. When he realized his opponent was far larger than he had imagined, Finn's cleverness came into play. With the help of his wife, he disguised himself as a baby, tricking the Scottish giant into believing that Finn himself must be an even more colossal figure. Terrified, the giant fled, destroying the causeway behind him to prevent Finn from following. Finn's role as a protector of Ireland extended beyond physical battles. He was a guardian of the land and its people, embodying the values of loyalty, courage, and justice. His leadership of the Fianna was marked by a code of honor that emphasized fairness, generosity, and respect for the natural world. The Fianna were not just warriors but also hunters and poets, reflecting a balance between strength and artistry that mirrored Finn's own character. What makes Finn McCool truly timeless is his connection to the land and the cycles of nature. His stories often highlight the interdependence between humans and the environment, a theme that resonates deeply in Irish culture. Whether he was outsmarting giants, battling supernatural foes, or sharing his wisdom with his followers, Finn's adventures were always rooted in a profound respect for the world around him. As we leave the rolling hills of Ireland behind, Finn McCool's legacy lingers, a reminder of the power of wisdom, the importance of harmony with nature, and the enduring spirit of a hero who protected his people with both strength and heart. Now, our journey takes us across the ocean to the vibrant lands of Mesoamerica, where the feathered serpent god Quetzalcoatl awaits, ready to share his tales of creation and transformation. As the winds of Mesoamerica carry us forward, we arrive at the heart of Aztec mythology, where the feathered serpent god Quetzalcoatl reigns supreme. Known as the plumed serpent, Quetzalcoatl is one of the most revered figures in Aztec lore, embodying the dualities of earth and sky, life and death, and creation and destruction. His story is one of profound wisdom, cultural transformation, and the eternal cycles of existence. Quetzalcoatl's role as a creator god is central to his legend. According to Aztec mythology, he played a pivotal part in shaping the world and humanity itself. Alongside his brother Tezcatlipoca, Quetzalcoatl is said to have created the current era, known as the Fifth Sun, after the previous four worlds were destroyed. In one of the most striking tales, Quetzalcoatl journeyed to the underworld to retrieve the bones of the ancestors, mixing them with his own blood to breathe life into the first humans. This act of creation not only highlights his divine power, but also his deep connection to humanity, as he willingly sacrificed part of himself to give life to others. Beyond his role as a creator, Quetzalcoatl was also a teacher and a bringer of knowledge. He is credited with introducing agriculture, the arts, and the calendar to the Aztec people, laying the foundation for their civilization. His teachings emphasized harmony, balance, and respect for the natural world, values that resonated deeply in Aztec culture. Quetzalcoatl was often depicted as a wise and benevolent figure, guiding humanity toward enlightenment and prosperity. His association with the wind and the morning star further symbolized his role as a bridge between the heavens and the earth, a mediator between the divine and the mortal. However, Quetzalcoatl's story is not without its complexities. His eventual departure from the world is one of the most poignant aspects of his myth. According to legend, Quetzalcoatl was tricked by his rival Tezcatlipoca into committing acts that led to his downfall. Consumed by shame, he chose to leave the mortal realm, setting sail on a raft of serpents toward the eastern horizon. Before departing, he promised to return one day, a prophecy that would later intertwine with the arrival of the Spanish conquistadors, who were initially mistaken for the returning god. This departure underscores the themes of impermanence and renewal that are central to Quetzalcoatl's story, as well as the cyclical nature of life and history. Quetzalcoatl's legacy endures as a symbol of knowledge, culture, and the interconnectedness of all things. His teachings continue to inspire, reminding us of the importance of balance, creativity, and respect for the natural world. As we leave the vibrant lands of Mesoamerica behind, Quetzalcoatl's story lingers, a testament to the enduring power of myth and the timeless wisdom of the feathered serpent. Now, our journey takes us to the ancient lands of Persia, where the legendary hero Rostam awaits, ready to share his tales of strength, loyalty, and tragedy. As the tales of Quetzalcoatl fade into the horizon, our journey now brings us to the ancient lands of Persia, where the legendary hero Rostam stands tall, a figure of unmatched strength and enduring legacy. Rostam, the central hero of the Shahnameh, or the Book of Kings, is a towering figure in Persian mythology, embodying the ideals of courage, loyalty, and tragic heroism. His story is one of epic battles, profound relationships, and the heavy weight of destiny. Rostam's superhuman strength is the cornerstone of his legend. Born into the noble house of Zabul, he was destined for greatness from the very beginning. His feats of strength are the stuff of legend, from slaying ferocious beasts to single-handedly defeating armies. One of his most famous exploits is his battle with the White Demon, a monstrous creature that terrorized the land. Rostam's victory over the demon not only showcased his physical prowess but also his strategic mind and unyielding determination. These qualities made him a symbol of Persian heroism, a protector of the weak and a defender of justice. Yet, Rostam's story is not just one of triumph, it is also deeply intertwined with themes of loyalty and tragedy. His relationship with his son, Sohrab, is one of the most poignant and heartbreaking tales in the Shahnameh. Unbeknownst to Rostam, Sohrab was born to him during a brief encounter with a princess. Years later, father and son would meet on opposite sides of a battlefield, neither recognizing the other. In a tragic twist of fate, Rostam mortally wounds Sohrab in combat, only to discover his true identity as the battle ends. This moment of realization is devastating, as Rostam is forced to confront the irreversible consequences of his actions. The story of Rostam and Sohrab is a powerful exploration of the bonds of family, the weight of duty, and the cruel hand of fate. Rostam's legacy extends beyond his physical strength and tragic relationships. He is a symbol of Persian identity, embodying the values of loyalty, honor, and resilience. His tales have been passed down through generations, inspiring countless works of art, literature, and culture. Rostam's heroism is not just about his ability to conquer enemies, but also his capacity to endure personal loss and remain steadfast in his principles. His story reminds us that true heroism often comes with great sacrifice, and that even the mightiest of heroes are not immune to the tragedies of life. As we leave the world of Rostam behind, his legacy lingers, a testament to the enduring power of myth and the timeless themes of loyalty, tragedy, and the human condition. Now our journey takes us to the far reaches of Japan, where the legendary Prince Yamato Takeru awaits, ready to share his own tales of bravery and destiny. As the echoes of Rostam's tragic tale fade, we now set our sights on the land of the rising sun, where the legendary Prince Yamato Takeru emerges as a beacon of bravery and destiny. Known as one of Japan's most celebrated heroes, Yamato Takeru's story is a blend of conquest, divine intervention, and the bittersweet nature of heroism. His legacy is deeply woven into the fabric of Japanese mythology, embodying the ideals of courage, loyalty, and the relentless pursuit of justice. Yamato Takeru's journey begins with his royal lineage as a prince of the Yamato dynasty, a connection that ties him to the very heart of Japan's imperial family. From a young age, he was marked by his extraordinary strength and unyielding spirit, traits that would define his path as a warrior. His most iconic possession, the magical sword Kusanagi, is a symbol of his divine favor and unmatched prowess. Legend has it that Kusanagi, one of the 3 sacred treasures of Japan, was gifted to him by the gods themselves. This blade, said to control the winds, became an extension of Yamato Takeru's will, aiding him in his many battles and solidifying his reputation as a hero of unparalleled skill. Throughout his life, Yamato Takeru embarked on numerous conquests, each one a testament to his bravery and strategic brilliance. One of his most famous exploits was his campaign to subdue the rebellious tribes of the eastern provinces. Facing overwhelming odds and treacherous terrain, Yamato Takeru relied not only on his physical strength but also on his cunning and resourcefulness. In one particularly dramatic episode, he used Kusanagi to cut through tall grass set ablaze by his enemies, turning their trap into his triumph. These victories not only expanded the reach of the Yamato dynasty, but also cemented his status as a protector of the realm. Yet, like many legendary heroes, Yamato Takeru's story is tinged with tragedy. His relentless pursuit of glory and duty often came at great personal cost. In his final moments, he faced a curse from a vengeful deity which left him weakened and vulnerable. Despite his immense strength and divine weapon, Yamato Takeru succumbed to his fate, passing away far from his homeland. His death, though sorrowful, serves as a poignant reminder of the sacrifices heroes make in their quest for greatness. It also highlights the transient nature of life, even for those touched by the divine. Yamato Takeru's legacy endures as a cultural hero, a symbol of Japan's rich mythological heritage. His tales have inspired countless generations, celebrated in literature, art, and folklore. He represents the ideals of bravery, loyalty, and the unwavering commitment to one's people and principles. Through his story, we are reminded that true heroism is not just about conquering enemies, but also about enduring the trials of life with grace and resilience. As we bid farewell to Yamato Takeru, his spirit lingers, a testament to the enduring power of myth and the timeless lessons it imparts. With his story now woven into our journey, we prepare to reflect on the incredible tapestry of heroism we've explored, drawing together the threads of courage, sacrifice, and destiny that bind these legendary figures across cultures and time. As we bring our journey through the tales of these 25 legendary heroes to a close, it's impossible not to marvel at the threads that bind them together. From the ancient sands of Mesopotamia to the misty highlands of Ireland, from the battlefields of Greece to the sacred forests of Japan, these heroes share a common essence: courage that defies fear, resilience that overcomes adversity, and moral complexity that makes them profoundly human. Whether it's Gilgamesh's quest for immortality, Mulan's defiance of societal norms, or Rostam's tragic loyalty, each story reminds us that heroism is not just about strength or victory, but about the choices that define us. These myths endure because they speak to universal truths. They remind us of our own struggles, our dreams, and our capacity for greatness. They teach us that even in the face of insurmountable odds, there is always a path forward, guided by courage and integrity. These stories have been passed down through generations, not just as entertainment, but as lessons in how to live, how to fight, and how to endure. They are a testament to the power of storytelling to inspire, to unite, and to transcend time and culture. As we reflect on these timeless tales, we invite you to dive deeper into the myths that resonate with you. Which hero's journey speaks to your own life? Is it the cunning of Odysseus, the sacrifice of Joan of Arc, or the unyielding spirit of Yamato Takeru? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear which legendary hero inspires you the most. And if you enjoyed this exploration of myth and legend, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a journey into the extraordinary world of ancient stories. Until next time, may the courage of these heroes inspire you to face your own challenges with the same unwavering resolve.